Welcome students to today's session. We will be further going to differentiate between creepers and climbers in today's session. In the last session, we studied the classification of plants into herbs, shrubs and trees. There are weak stemmed plants which can be classified as creepers and climbers. Now what is the difference between them? Climbers are weak-stemmed plant which climb on a support. That is, if you keep a stick near it, or if there is a obstacle near it, if there is a tree growing near it, the climber tries to climb on the support. Such plants are called as climbers. Examples are money plant, pepper plant, snake gourd, bitter gourd, grape plant, etc. Now, how are the creepers different? Creepers are also weak stem plant, but instead of climbing on support, they spread on the ground, and hence they are called as creepers. Now, what comes under this category of plants? Certain grasses, pumpkin, watermelon, cucumber, all these come under the category of creepers. You can just observe the vegetation around your surrounding or near your house and just identify the different types of creepers and climbers. It's an interesting activity to perform. In the next session, we are going to study about different parts of the plant, their role, function in the plant, and what any activity to support any special function performed by that particular part. So in this we are coming to the stem first. Stem is the part of the plant above the ground mostly, and they are the structures which support the leaves, flowers, branches, fruits, etc. of the plant generally. Now let us look into the functions of the stem. The main function of the stem is conduction of water and minerals from the roots to upper parts of the plant. It also transports food prepared by the leaves to other parts of the plant. The stem supports the leaf, branches, flowers, fruits. Stem stores food in many plants, example sugarcane, ginger, potato, turmeric, etc. Stem of some of the plants become thick green and performs photosynthesis. A very good example is that of cactus. Stem of some trees release sap which can be used for our various purposes like gum, lactus from the rubber plant, and resins. Resins are sweet smelling, aroma producing ingredients, sap or liquid that is extracted from the stem of the plant. It can be used in the manufacture of perfumes, etc. So these are the functions of the stem. Now let us perform an activity to support the fact that stem conducts water. What is the activity you can perform? We have to take a beaker, a container, pour some water to it, add a few drops of any coloring material. It could be red ink or eosin stain or any red or blue coloring substance to the water just to see the water running through the plant. Place a balsam plant in the solution. Balsam plant is kashitumba, which you call in your local language. Um, because why this is you, or there is another plant which is called as peperonia. The stem of the plant and the leaf of the plant are transparent. You can visibly see the water running through the plant. So that is why a transparent stemmed plant is chosen. Balsam is an ideal plant, and it is placed in the solution. Um, After say you place it overnight, the next day you can see the entire plant becomes colored. That is, it would have absorbed the water, and since it is colored, you can see the colored water running through the plant. Through the middle part of the plant, the leaves, veins, etc. will turn into red color. Now you can further observe this upward movement of water by just cutting a piece of the stem into a very thin section. A very thin section of the stem, transverse section is cut. It is cut in the center. Make a very thin slice of it, and using a hand lens, you can observe, you will find there are centrally placed a ring of dots, red color. So this is the conducting tissue. You call it as xylem. The conducting tissue would have turned red because it is absorbing this red water from the beaker, and it runs through the plant. So this just shows you that there are tissues in the stem of the plant which helps in upward movement of the plant to different parts of the plant. So this activity proves that stem conducts water. So that is the end of today's session, children. Thank you. You will write down the activity in your class workbooks. Um, and if possible, it's not compulsory. You can also perform the activity. You can use a balsam plant, which is kashtumba. A very small plant can be taken. Put it in red color water and keep it overnight. The next day, you just cut a section of the stem very carefully and observe with a hand lens or any magnifying glass that you have. Thank you, children. I will be attaching the activity of this particular section along with your Google Classroom material. Please go through it and do the remaining work. Thank you for listening to today's session.